Hi, hello, and welcome. Today, we have all this stuff plugged in. I don't know how much of it you can see on this camera. Let's look around. Wow. Synthesizers. More synthesizers. And the idea is that I've been meaning to do a live hardware synth kind of a stream for a while. I've been getting guitars out the last few weeks because I am being indecisive about how I want stuff set up, and I'm going to tear it all down again for a show really soon. So I figured I should just get it all together as soon as I can. And now I've got all this stuff set up, and I can play everything through essentially the same stereo mixer behind me. I'll show you what my session looks like because I am running through Reaper to get audio into YouTube. So here's my Reaper session. All of the synths are getting routed from the stereo output of the mixing board into straight into the computer with no processing between. I have a track for a software synth and a guitar DI in this session just because I was exploring that stuff. And I have, let's see, this too, but again, I'm not actually using that today. But I'm hoping to get some of this involved in the future. This is a Vcv Rack, which is an incredible free modular synth program. I haven't gotten all that routed though, so we won't look at Vcv Rack today, aside from the fact that it's part of what I'm trying to integrate into this studio setup. So as far as today's goals go, we are essentially just trying to explore this new setup. I don't have everything clocked together yet, so the sequencing isn't going to be all playing nicely with itself, which is fine. I don't think I want to use all of it at the same time. It'd be pretty overwhelming and just too big sounding, honestly. Like even just two synths. As cool as it is, it starts taking up a lot of space, especially with all that reverb and echo. So the thing that I'm hoping to do today that I might not, just because it takes a lot of time, is to get Digitakt involved in the process in some way. Got the dungeon samples in there from previous videos and streams, so hopefully that's going to be fun. Hey Donovan, how's it going this morning? Or I always forget where everyone is, what time zone everyone's in. In YouTube, it's all the same. But for me, it's not even morning, so I don't know why I said good morning. So anyway, today's setup is Mellotron M4000D, Doepfer Darktime, which I currently have hooked up to the Minimoog. And I'm running the sequence right now, but that's the sequence I'm running. I've got another sequence loaded up. I don't know what's going on there, but we'll play with that. I've got this sequence lined up on the Digitakt, which is the same one from a video I did, but I thought I might explore it more because I do like it. Kind of loud. Turning down the master a little bit. Jude. So that's the Digitakt sequence. This is the Darktime sequence, and then obviously these are synthesizers, so I'll change the sounds as we go. But this is Deckard's Dream. I have it hooked up to my master controller instead of to the Mellotron keyboard, so I'm not using poly aftertouch on the Deckards, unfortunately today, but kind of a fun sound. I'm realizing also that this controller's aftertouch sucks. I like everything else about this controller, but it's like almost like a binary aftertouch. Listen to that. And then I've got Casio SK1 over here. Sounds really good with that Mercury 7. It makes everything sound good. The bass sequence is very dark, synth wavy. Yeah, it's like, especially with the font that Doepfer uses, it makes you like want to make music that sounds like that. Like it, I know you can't see it very well on here, but yeah, you can't see it at all. But if you look up a picture of a close up of what a Doepfer Darktime looks like, it's like, yeah, that's what they almost want you to be doing with it. Cool. What else do I have here? Oh, there's the behind me. Can we see that on this camera better, or can we see that on camera 1 or camera A? You can kind of see it here. And this is Strymon Volante and Meris Mercury 7 on Synths through my mixer. So that's what I've got here. So the Mellotron and the Deckard Stream are going through the same reverb. The Moog has that echo, and the SK1's got both. And I think that the flute sound on it is incredible. Mugju says, yeah, I wish I could get that tone with my software. Which tone is it? Are you talking about the distorted synth or the bass sequence? This guy. Because I'd be happy to. I think I could approximate that like super close on software. So if you want to talk about that a little bit, I'd be happy to do that. But first, I'm just going to take a moment to explore some of the setup and think about what I want to actually play. And I think I want to try something with that sequence. I haven't recorded any music with that. And the sequence is sort of in F minor, so if I'm playing just an F, this is like an F power chord over it. Sort of lives in that realm. It has that tritone in it. Sounds good going to the 6th chord. Like 6 major 7 kind of thing. It also sounds really good with the sort of like Firebird chords. So like the minor 3rd up, major chord, major chord, major chord. And yeah, so the basic, let me go through real quick what's going on there, because I think you could probably replicate that pretty well with software. If I was doing that, I'd probably use, well, first of all, it's running through the Minimoog, so obviously, like, the reason to have one of those is because they seem to do stuff that soft synths don't like doing, which is like, I don't know. You can recreate the sound of a Minimoog on software. It just takes longer. It's really more of a time saver than anything else. So I think that the big thing with recreating that is is the workflow that goes into it more than anything else. I have it on a send to a reverb, and it's going to a spring reverb, which is not a real spring reverb. It's going on a send to the fake spring reverb in Strymon Volante. It's going through the delay in that, which is again, I would use an Echo Rack simulator for that. So if you have an Echo Rack plugin, or I think there's probably a free Echo Rack simulation. That's what the delay and stuff is coming from. Something that's basically simulating an Echo Rack. Strymon stuff is basically a plugin in a box. Hey, Shamba, how's it going today? And we've got a what do we have here? The sub oscillator thing on this is set to a pulse wave, so it's like a narrow pulse, and then I've got octave up, a saw wave, and a short attack, short decay, medium, whatever it's called, resonance. Pretty standard patch. Not that you can see it if I do that, but I am not using any of the really fancy Minimoog stuff. I am sort of overdriving it in the mixer, but not that much. I'm not using the overload and the external input trick, so you don't need to worry about that. And that's about it. And then the sequence here is here it is without the reverb and delay. So it's basically like a strange sequence of notes going pretty fast. And I guess the big thing is like with that is using like a sequencer plugin instead of using a MIDI editor, because with a MIDI editor it's tempting to change the notes more often. This might be really cool actually with actually try that. This is a good starting point. Sean says, very well, thanks, making some DS today. Oh, or just asking me if I'm making some DS. I feel like it's more likely with these synths that I'll be making something a little bit more Berlin schooly. I just can't imagine making much Dungeon synth with this setup. But I think I might make a Dungeon synth track with the other sequencer here, which they're not really set to the same thing, and I don't think I want to take the time. Like a Digitakt is great, but the workflow takes a long time to make a new sequence, so we'll see what happens with that. But that one ends up being like. That one as well, and that one ends up being a little bit more Dungeon synthy, just by nature of it's a sampler playing back samples of a sampler. So that's the stuff that I made in the Casio, and gosh, if I had a master filter running through there, which I sort of do actually on the mixer. Let's actually, this is the thing, I didn't set up an overhead cam. I wanted an overhead cam on the mixer here. sort of works as like a, a poor man's filter kind of a thing. That was just taking the top EQ on the mixer on the left-right channels of the Digitakt and just rolling off the top end. I just think that as cool as the SK1 is, it doesn't cut. It just does not cut through a mix. So you really need to make space for it. Like the Mellotron and the Moog just like blast through your mix and take over, which is a bad thing sometimes, honestly. It's like it's going to end up sounding like a Mellotron or a Moog. And as great as those sounds are, they're really not things that belong in every single song. So it's nice having the option on the mixer to just roll that off. Obviously, in software, we would do that on a filter, but we don't have any software today. I'm running through Reaper, but I'm not processing anything at all. And it's really just the stereo output of the mixer. So all the mixing and all the EQ and stuff is happening on that thing there. The Yamaha MG12 or something. It's just it's sort of like a whatever mixer, but it does the job, and it's got sends, so I can use the same reverb pedal on multiple synths, which is great. All right, so whatever it is that I'm doing today, I think it sort of needs a little bit of patching. I need to figure out which instruments are going to serve which role, and I kind of want it to be something that I could record live. Part of the reason I'm doing this is because I'm starting to play shows again soon, and I want something a little bit more rehearsed than just flat out get on stage and improvise. I think that's more exciting sometimes, even if it's just like guided improvisation. So it's like figuring out which synths are the most conducive to live, which I already think is Mellotron, Minimoog, and probably gosh, I almost want to bring Darktime and Digitakt, because Digitakt is like, great for like just do drums, right? So I think first step here is figuring out what patch I want to use on the Deckard stream. Let me see if I can see this on this. It was a nice try, but no. Let's try this. I have a feeling this won't be good enough to see what's going on, but this is the best that we're going to be able to do here. So, sound design here. I'm wanting something thicker sounding. Like it just doesn't take up space the way that I want it to here. So we've already got our sub oscillators up. Without it, it's like, you'll see why. It's just very, very high pass filtery sound. So let's start with taking aftertouch off, working with the top channel here. So this is a two-layer synth basically. It's got I've got this running through the delay as well. Let's pull that. Oh, no, that's just the reverb. That's fine. Okay. So, Okay. Where are we? Oh, you know what I'm hearing? I think I actually have, there we go. Okay. I just realized I was hearing stuff and it wasn't monitoring to everyone on the stream. So apologies for just thinking stuff was happening and trying to figure out why on earth this wasn't working. I had another plugin open on a different system, and it was just like my controller was processing that too through the same headphones. Okay, so I'm starting with this. This is what you call a seesaw wave. It's a sawtooth wave with a little glitch in it, and it's famous because of Blade Runner, which is what the synth is named after. Okay, and I want sort of filtered, not too filtered. That's getting closer there. Okay, and we've got, oh, and Sean says, that's where the Seesaw Wavetable and Mutable Instruments braids comes from. I didn't know they had that in there. That's awesome. Yeah, it's originally basically an error in the Yamaha C series synth, the CS80, CS60, CS whatever 20. I don't know how many there are. There's a bunch of them, but their sawtooth wave was kind of messed up, and people liked it, so people kept recreating it since then. So this is that sort of squealy thing that I like. It's a resonant high pass filter. And my aftertouch is vibrato. So really great for polysynths. But cool thing about this is that it's multiple layers. So this is sort of layer one. After the high pass filter, we can add a sine wave fundamental here. Again, you can't really see the panel. Apologies for that, but I like to use that to fatten up the low end. My goal is to make this a big fat synth sound, so there we go. So this is layer two. Obviously it sucks. There's basically nothing there. Let's figure out what we can do with that. Layer 2, I'm going to use pulse wave, and we can add pulse width modulation to it. This is another cool sound, and I think I want this to be like something that comes in after a long time, and sustain volume. Where are we? I need to find the right envelope here. We want, oh, duh. There we go. I kind of want that to follow along, and let's do. Oh well, that's the pulse width modulation there. automatically goes to audio, right? We're going to also take the... There we go. That's better. Okay, cool. And once I bring back in channel 1, we'll see if we want. There we go. That's pretty close. Okay. Cool. One of those things where the sum is greater than the parts. That's what it sounds like now, and let's go back to seeing everything here. Or some amount of close to everything. I can't get everything on anything, unfortunately. But, oh, cool. Hey, Leviathan of the Depths. We're just getting some sound design done here. And that patch is like, I think that's actually save-worthy. So, happy with that so far. That's the Deckard stream running on Ascend through the Mercury 7. That's so cool. Okay, I'm very happy with that patch. And who knows what it sounds like along with this. Let's see if this sounds cool. That's definitely usable for something. Sean says, have you got any hardware chorus units? I bet the Deckards would sound amazing through that first time analog string sounds. You're totally right, it would, and I don't have any hardware chorus units. I don't even have a chorus pedal. I've been looking at the let's actually pull it up here. This is like, seems like it's the one. Let's, where are you? Is this it? No, it's the what is it called? Shoot. It's something, I think Boss makes it. Yeah, this one. Okay, found it. I've been thinking of buying one of these. Let me actually, I can just change this. Boss Dimension C. I feel like this is like, for the price and quality, this really seems like the answer to like super epic chorus sounds. I know Behringer makes a really cool Dimension D rack mount clone, but I don't have any space in my rack, and I'm not about to like buy more racks just to have, you know, a piece of rack mount gear from a company with questionable business practices. But yeah, this looks like it's also pretty affordable. Free shipping, $207. Maybe I'll just buy one today. Anyway, this is that's something that I was thinking about as far as hardware chorus goes. Seems like a good idea. But yeah, I feel like that would sound great with that. I've actually got a Dimension D, I think, plug-in. Do I? Maybe I don't. Let's just hear it. I'll put a chorus plug-in on this, just see what this patch sounds like. And yeah, Super Dimension. Yeah, Super Dimension, I think, is another version of that. Stereo in. So let's hear this. There it is with the. This is with the Juno chorus clone. This is the second chorus. That one's nice. And then both. I like the 2 by itself here. I'm using this plugin here for that sound. And this is very much just like a pad patch. So to answer your question, yes, a chorus would be super cool on this, but in the interest of keeping the music I'm making hardware only, I'm going to leave it out for now. Or I guess I could try to get some chorusing on one of the delay pedals, get like a really close delay, which actually might sound great. So. Kind of cool. So sorry for sidetracking you. That's, I mean, if I didn't want to get sidetracked, I wouldn't do this on stream. Thank you for sidetracking me, actually, because that's what I like doing here. It's just like basically like talking about the gear and ideas, giving each other ideas. I can write music really fast if I'm by myself, locked in a room, but it's fun talking about gear and getting gear ideas. Like now, because of you, I might spend $300 on a chorus unit. Like that's a win, right? Going back to the original sound. There's that. Let's go back to the Mellotron and see how it interacts. It's pretty cool. Sort of works, and conflicts a little bit with the Moog. We've got a lot of bass in this pad. I'm gonna actually make it. I'm making it a little beefier here, and I'm gonna pull that. What's it called? Pull on the EQ control. So, something going on over here. Oh no, that's not showing at all. Oh, it's the back of my chair's in the way. Doing some magic over here. I was just pulling a little bit of low end out of that channel. There you go. You got big speakers. You feel that one. You probably felt that. Okay, now we can feel the Moog cutting through. The world is good. All is good in the world. I'm gonna favor the high strings more on the Mellotron. Same reason. I think I'm clipping the meter a little bit on my mixer, so I'm gonna roll back. Running into the computer a little hot too. Everything's slightly quieter now. Hopefully I won't run into any problems. Okay, cool. That's all doing good, and then I think I pulled back this. So next issue is an issue of tuning. I need to tune these synths. They're not quite in tune with each other. So cool. Okay, in tune. All is well in the world. Got a message held for review from Sean. I think we're going to show it. I think it's a fair message to have in there. I agree with it. Okay, delightful. At this point, we have everything going, sounding pretty cool. As much as I'd like to sample something in the SK1, I think that the We're not really gonna beat that, I don't think. And we can do the thing that the Rick Wakeman with that, where it's like. Oh man, I need a different camera if I want to do the Rick Wakeman. Yeah. We don't get to look at that. I almost grabbed the drum throne and play my tenths on my left hand. No. Okay. And I also want to try, let's see here. Okay, mute mode. Let's try that. I can put a drum beat on here without any of the other sequences. That might be cool. That sort of works, and I like it. But it needs something else. I feel like it needs the bass sequence clocked, so I can deal with other stuff. But I don't think we're gonna try making it clocked anyway, and I'm not gonna go dig up cables right now. That's kind of cool. I think I want to roll high end off of those drums. Great to me. And I'm going to start record, I think, on this Reaper session in here. I do sort of want to make sure I record something from today. So, without further ado, I'm just going to start again. This is what this looks like. Basically just start a recording in here. And it's just going to be, make sure it's working. Make sure we're getting signal from everything. And come back to where we can see more stuff. I'm gonna see if I can get this chair out of the way a little bit. And let's use this camera because I'm going to start over here. Okay, that was fine. uh, I think I'm done with that recording for now. But it definitely shows me a little bit of the possibilities of this setup. And just thinking about like what I could do with that if I had overdubs and multi-tracking and stuff like that. Or if I like clocked the sequences together. I actually didn't change sequences. I had another sequence rigged up on the Darktime, and I obviously can have sequencer presets on the Elektron. So between all of that stuff, I would say the setup is relatively successful. I actually think that like the runaway champion of it was the SK1 with the Mercury 7. I thought that flute sound with that wash of reverb sounded great with the Mellotron and with the Moog. So I think it's like I'm happy with it. I didn't pick up the guitar once. That's good. I like to make sure that I don't have urges to pick up guitar. If as soon as I want to add a guitar to solo to something, that means that I feel like I've failed. That's not totally true. Sean Boa says that was fun. I jammed along with the Polymoog VST. Awesome. Which one do you have? Is it the do you have the Cherry Audio one? I think that's the one people tell me to get. Or no, maybe the Cherry Audio one's the Memory Moog. I can't remember, but yeah, I was able to come up with a way to modulate from the sort of D minor starting point to the F minor that I had the Darktime sequence set up in, which worked out. Yeah, the Cherry Audio, awesome. Is it like it? I mean, I don't need to ask you. It's good. I was gonna say, is it as good as people say it is? But you're people, and everyone says it's great. So I assume that if you're using it, you like it. But yeah, that plugin is like sort of famous for being awesome. So that's about as good as it gets. The one I've been using. I mean, I shouldn't be advertising for people that aren't paying me, but oh my god, is this good? Arterial Pigments, such an awesome synth. And again, it's like Arteria's synths are mostly pretty expensive, and I think this is their best soft synth, and it's like their cheapest one. So, I mean, do with that information what you will, right? Actually, I might as well just play it for you a little bit here. Cut off my mixer. Switch to this mode. This is a patch that I sound designed for a project. And it's like that mod wheel is so epic. And you can totally recreate a lot of the analog modeled stuff that they do with their other synths. And I mean, Arteria is one of their big money makers is probably like Analog Lab, stuff like that, models of analog synths. But all that technology and more is in here. And it's just like the analog engine by itself in this is like, sounds so amazing. And then I'm also running the sampler engine here. I don't even know what I had this going. Yeah, utility engine this patch. And the comb filter is like, this is the just noise, comb filter noise. Just like totally epic. And I mean, you go on like any of these presets and it's just like, what's up? Just like this is my absolute, if you're gonna buy a soft synth and you don't want it to be a specific model of any specific hardware synth, like this is my favorite one. It used to be Massive, now it's this one. Anyway, I am gonna be done for the day. I need to go back. I stayed up till like 4 a.m. playing this game called Inscription last night. And if you're into dungeon synth, it's not like the aesthetic is dungeon synth. It's not like a dungeon synth soundtrack by any means, but it's like very aesthetically dungeon synth. And I mean, the aesthetic is part of what draws us to music. And if a lot of my followers I know like dungeon synth, so if you like it because of the aesthetic in addition to the music, this game is just really cool. Very like uncomfortable, gross. Like there's a lot of weird stuff that happens in it, but it's really fun. I've been enjoying the hell out of it. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Nice to have people here watching me mess around with this new studio setup, which I'm going to tear apart pretty soon to figure out what pieces of it I'm bringing to the show that I'm playing in like a few weeks here. So if you're in San Diego, first week of April, first Monday in April. Oh, cool, Sean, you've seen it, Inscription, awesome. Yeah, just really delightful game so far, at least. So I will see you all next week. Hopefully next week I'll have this boiled down to whatever I'm bringing to the show, and it'll start being like a rehearsal. Either that, or I'm going to make something with something completely different. Haven't decided yet. Try to make those decisions on Fridays before Saturdays. So until then, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Have a great week. I'll see you later.